enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Just cut my hand open. Okay. Yeah, nourish. Yeah, this is largely my dual Ichor build, but I changed an arcane and a couple of mods to kind of test around with some stuff. You might notice Avenger proccing and my health going down because I'm running Avenger and Combat Discipline. Let's see if that works well. The idea of it is you can get 100% crit on Slash Dash, but then also you can get crit on Radio Javelin. It's like when it actually procs. Doesn't seem to want to proc very much. But it gives you over 100% crit on your Slash Dash. And the only way to do that is with like an arcane, really. Unless you use like melee crescendo in order to fully stack your combo. It's the only really way to do it. Can't seem to change. Yeah, I think there's a fairly good amount of like builds that don't really require any change, and that's kind of nice. Just getting a message here. Can we play together? Is there something you were thinking of doing? I'm kind of just doing whatever and testing content. Or testing build. Kitty? Just kind of knocking out some of these incursions. Oh, that's you. Okay. Let me not leave this one. Send out some invites.
And you may yet avoid it. Trust in your trading.
Yeah, I've been using Exalted Blade so much, I kind of wanted to go to a slash dash. You can see I actually kill things with Radio Javelin. All you need to do is give it enough strength, enough some crit chance and crit damage, and it'll do good enough damage. Nourish helps. Nourish does in fact buff its initial hit. Because otherwise I was thinking just spamming the event more, even when I have all the resources I need. Just spam that some more.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I think doing the very first one is a lot of fun too. Kitty. I did rebuild my desk. I got a monitor mount, so I'm getting a little used to my monitor being closer to me. I don't think it's ever been this close. It's like the farthest away I can get it, but it's technically like the proper distance, about like a 1.5 feet away. Before, my monitor was a little far away. Just with the design of my desk. And how large the monitor's feet were in order to support it. Yeah, usually with Arcanes, I try to stay away from Arcane Fury and Arcane Strike nowadays, because I don't find them as valuable, especially with Old Peace now, with all of the really cool Arcanes you can get. I just have a hard time treating them as, like, the top of them. Doesn't mean they're bad, it's just the fact that I don't find them the best. Usually you're trading Arcane slots and mod slots, and trading mod slots on Exalted Blade isn't generally worth it. I think you're usually less limited on Exalted Blade. There's some particular variations that Arcane Strike might be like valuable in that, but then I would rather use Warcry as a subsume. Come here, Katie. Want to say hi? Kitty. Meow. Don't want to talk? You don't want to talk, kitty? I don't know what's going on here. Oh. Those are a little faster than others. Arc Melee, I wish it was good. I wish I could do Arc Melee like I do normal Melee gameplay, but that's just simply not the case. Yeah, send me a message, Overlord. I guess I need an invite. Kitty, you want attention, but you don't want attention. Is that what you're doing? Yeah. You're being indecisive, kitty. Yeah, what I'm playing with right now is just a slight variant on my Nourish dual ichor build. So instead of running Impetus, I'm running Avenger, and then I'm running Combat Discipline. I'm running Combat Discipline not for Avenger, actually. I'm running it for Nourish. So the Nourish, the explosion from this triggers off of taking damage, and it appears to proc more often, so you're getting more viral procs, like the AoE bursts from it with that. And with a Afflictions build, just my standard Afflictions build, you're more likely to stack 7 stacks of viral in that scenario, so that's kind of what I'm playing with right now. It's the same as my my YouTube, AGALL. Kitty, you want to sit? Come here. Kitty's being indecisive. You want to go in the garage? Is that what you want? All right. Yeah, send me that message. If you want to join, go for it. You can make yourself the fourth. We can run pretty much whatever, anything that's fun. Just kind of testing build, slight build variation. I think the new event is still a lot of fun. Yep, go ahead. I'll make sure my cat's not trying to get me to open the garage door or something. Okay. Dr. Good Cat. Not as good as my cat. All right. Yeah, we can run the new event, or the new mission type, like the Hunhulis mission. That one's quite difficult sometimes to looking for group. Just because it can bug out. And you don't want to go in the garage, kitty? You get what you want out of there? She likes to hang out in the garage sometimes, like when I'm out in the gym and stuff. Ever played Borderlands? I played Borderlands 1, like way in the beginning. Like way when it first, like when Borderlands first came out on Xbox 360. And then I played Borderlands 2 with a buddy back before, like, we were in high school, because I think it came out at about that time. And we played through that, and it was fun. But otherwise, I don't really play it. I don't plan on playing 4. And then, yeah, my next favorite frame is probably Dante, if I had to choose. Because I think Dante's different enough. Okay. I'm going to set this to invite only. And G18, you can join once you're able to accept the invite. Otherwise, might as well start. We'll close my garage door because it's cold out there. Kitty doesn't seem to be interested. Okay. All right. Hello there. Battlefront 2? Bad Company 2? Or Borderlands 2? Okay. My eyes aren't the greatest. I actually wear glasses normally. Not for close distance stuff and at home. things like that. But yeah, Borderlands 2 was fun. I think Borderlands 1 hit kind of differently when it came out because it was such a novel game. I don't think the newer ones really hit that level of novelty as well. But not to say it's not my type of game. I definitely went pretty ferocious on playing competitive games for a very long time. This is like the one non-competitive game I played for a very long time. This and like Diablo. Yeah, I do have an IRL friend who also plays Warframe that like plays a lot of Borderlands with his brother, and they have fun with it. He's pretty casual, so it's like I don't know. I just don't see a reason. I don't kind of want to be picking up new games either. Like when I do play, I just kind of keep things simple nowadays. Yeah, hitting orange crits on the heavy attack on Exalted Blade is pretty nice. Running Avenger here in combat discipline. Okay, let me just capture this first. There we go. A reminder here, you can actually capture one with your Warframe and then one with your operator. A little pro gamer move right there. Oh, the first Descent. Yeah, I never switched to one of those games. A lot of these games, like, I'd have my brothers and friends and stuff pick up playing, like, the new Battlefield, and then they would play it for maybe, like, a week and then stop playing it. It's like, yeah, I don't want to pick up a new game. Turns out I was right to just say, no, I'll just skip this. Unless it's interesting enough. I'm just not interested in competitive games and stuff anymore either. And then, outside of, like, Diablo 4 is pretty much the only other games that the only game that I regularly play. And that's not even that great of a game. It's just I'll hop in with the new season, test out the gimmick, see if I can make my own build for it, and if I can, then it's usually a good season. If I can get through T4 and all the bosses with my own build without having to look it up, then that's usually a good sign. Wait, voice chat somewhere. Let me think about that. I'll throw down this Vazarin here. Yeah, also my dual lickers red crits when I'm running Avenger. So it's quite nice. Matters quite a bit with a weapon like that with a base of 3x crit damage. Yeah, you do have to pick up the orbs, the convergence orbs most of the time. If you don't transfer in and out, you can also have your initial strike or your initial charge actually bug out. Usually transferring in and out will fix that. Usually. Not always. Getting the hang of this. Little disorientating with my monitor closer than the last, like, probably 3.5 years I've had this monitor. It's a big one. 32-incher. I really should have mounted it like a year ago when I got this desk, but I just didn't. My monitor has to have this little adapter thing that I actually had to find too. Like, I think when I moved into this house, I like couldn't find the little adapter thing, but I ended up just buying one anyways. You could just buy the little adapter for it. Yeah, seeing the yellow crits on that is quite nice. They don't hit like crazy hard, but they hit hard enough for it to kind of kill stuff. Really matters when you get these bonuses. Like if you're in a if I went to a circuit with this build on, it'd do pretty good. I probably would throw on extra range though too. Probably get rid of some strength and give myself some range. Let's run as high of range as I possibly can. Most fun ability to slap on Umbra. I'd say it depends on what you mean by fun. I think Warcry is probably one of the best quality of life ones overall because you can give it Eternal War, and then you just have extra attack speed. You give to your whole team, and then that synergizes pretty well with your Exalted Blade, since Exalted Blade really likes attack speed. So then giving it Roar or giving it a Warcry, it's so easy to run. Otherwise, there's not a lot of... I guess Word Scythe is pretty fun. If you had to say, like, which ability is fun to use, Word Scythe is a solid one. And you'll be able to get that with this upcoming patch if you don't have Daggeth in order to subsume. If you don't have that subsumed, or if you only have one version of her, you should be able to get another here soon. I'd recommend trying it out. It doesn't break with his sentience, but for the most part, I probably wouldn't even just run the sentience nowadays. I have a few build variations that work just fine with working around the lack of Exilis slot for right now. The goal being to fix that, though, but it's going to take probably a lot of pressure to actually get that fixed. Like, a lot of pressure. Like, probably... If I had to guess, probably 50 times more pressure than what I'm putting out right now for it. For DE to actually do something about it. You hit like 60 Ks on these enemies with that. That's not bad. It's like almost enough to one-shot some of them. think we can get one more. Oh, the nodes one? Oh, this one sucks. 63k. That guy actually died from it. Look at that. Killing enemies with radio javelin in this build. Make sure you guys get this. Or countdown. It's like 10 more seconds. Probably not finishing these nodes. It usually takes longer than a minute for this one to clear. Well, 60k and then the resulting dot tick from radio javelin with a. In that case, it also had a viral proc on it. Just gonna spawn a little bubble here. There. Gotta do this in this one. It's actually relatively easy to kill the chest sort of parts of this Hunhullus with operator. Don't need no gun for it. All right, let's see how good your guys' arc gun builds are. I'll let you guys take this away. Yeah, you got this. Look at this. You're doing some damage. Alright, I'll join in now. Pretty good. I'd say pretty good. I am playing with viewers right now.
Once again your own. Bravely done, Tenno. Rest now.
Ayunga today. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more people getting red pilled on the Ayunga. It's pretty good. Yeah, you can link your build. I don't necessarily want to hop in voice chat. I'll put your build up here if you link it in the party chat. And get my live critique of it. You can just type them. You can simplify it. Most of the time, people know what it is that you're doing. Everything other than the Archon shards is what shows up in the build. My Warcry build. Okay, I'll show you. I think this is still set up for it. Oh, this was a different variation, so I haven't made a video on this yet because I'm still doing a bunch of testing on it. But this is a no Furious Javelin variant. And there's some very particular things that I did with this. Let's see. Here, we'll check out this build. Yeah, the only thing I'd say that you don't necessarily get with this build variation is range. And range feels really good with Furious Javelin. But consider the fact that in this build variation that I'm running, I don't even run Furious Javelin. So then you can get your energy economy that way. Yeah, 2 armor, 2 equilibrium shards, and then energy effectiveness. So no casting speed. I would say try getting rid of Furious Javelin. Like, you can get away without Furious Javelin if you have enough damage you basically don't... I'll show you. I'll show you this build. So I'll run this one. Let me make sure before I forget, I'm going to change one thing here. When I run this, I run Elevate. But check this build out. So this is something I've been testing. The Archon shards are the important part here. So we're foregoing range because we don't need range really that much for Slash Dash. It's mostly for Radio Javelin that you need the range. And if we're not running Furious Javelin, we don't really need range. And so this is very similar to my standard Blessing Persistence build. But then the real difference here is, notice this. So you can check out the crit damage, and you can probably suspect what those purple shards are that I've loosely shown. So the advantage of electricity is that there's 3 mods for electricity, and when you add all of these mods in, you get a pretty insane amount of just raw electric damage. In comparison to like this, you compare it to literally this other variation of the build, you're getting another 3,000. So you're almost getting, it's like 45% or so increase in damage, base damage. But then look at the crit damage. So this will be a normal yellow crit with chance of orange crit builds, but the crit damage is really high because we can still get 300% strength while running triple melee crit damage shards. So not to say that triple crit damage shards and the higher amount of base damage that we're adding here is sufficient to fully replace Furious Javelin, but I think you'd be surprised how hard it hits without having to deal with Furious Javelin. So this is probably going to be an easy mode refresh, like a sort of easy mode refresh for old piece using Persistence. Yeah, it'd be nice to have more than one Umbra. That would be nice, and hopefully he actually listens, and maybe that actually becomes a reality. That would be nice. So yeah, I'll show this one. We'll do another one of those. Is there any of the particular materials that you guys need? Spot for one more Excalibur. Oh, let's see. Go ahead and message me in game. I think I can get you into this one while it's going. Okay, where's my mouse? Where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? There it is. Invite. Yeah, the downside of this build, though, is you're running Blind Rage, and Blind Rage can get pretty tight in some missions.
After that, the truth must be faced.
Get in trouble. Must stop capture. Return kid to hide.
Took enough damage here.
Fast move. Go.
Even though I don't run Furious Javelin, I will still be possibly casting Radio Javelin just out of habit. Just used it for... I started using it pretty much in Jade Shadows. I'll check your fashion here in a moment. I don't pay too much attention to fashion. I'm kind of fashion blind for the most part. We're gonna do a little slam action here with our not Magistar from Unaru. The downside here is I am running Persistence, and we are about to kill Huntless, which usually means you're gonna have a bad time. Does a really good job at killing you. Just noting the fact that this build, I don't even have full combo yet, and this build does a plenty good job at killing everything in this mission. This mission doesn't do too much, but even just damage meters, I think it kind of speaks for itself.
Marking critical anode supply caches. Make them ours.
Like, you don't need Furious Javelin. Furious Javelin is just really good in a few scenarios. You just have to make sure if you're able to if it's worth sacrificing. You have to make necessary sacrifices or buffs in other places to compensate for it. If you're unable to make those, then it's going to be the best tool to just drive your damage as high as possible. On Dual Ichor, it's basically, like, if you want to use Dual Ichor Cloud build, it's what makes the Dual Ichor Cloud build as good as it is Furious Javelin. Just tried to get Gatler. I would say if you like the Gratler, I would recommend trying Ayunga if you can get it, and see how much you like that. And it's not necessarily, I don't know, maybe the feeling is a different aspect than the practical build versatility. Like, I still find Ayunga the most versatile arc gun out of all of them, which is really what I focus on. I don't have to change my arc gun when I go to do a pursuit mission or whatever. I just don't find that worth it. I want the jack of all trades, which is also what I seek in my Excalibur builds. My Ayunga is basically a stat stick for Dexterity Arcanes. I almost never use it. It looks like you're running Arthur. Sweet. Looks like Arthur. Arthur with the effects from Umbra skin is pretty cool. Like the Prime Doggle details. It looks pretty cool. Oh yeah. It's hard to tell with this lighting, is all I'll say. That's kind of the whole point. It's sneaky. It's a very practical dark green color. It's very military color, to put it simply. Probably switch back to my my current Dual Ichor build after this mission. Kind of missing it already. I used Exalted Blade for so long, kind of wanted to use my Dual Ichor build. I don't like running Dual Ichor when I'm running Warcry, because the extra attack speed messes me up, so I just generally don't equip it if I'm running Warcry. Am I still undercover? No, I did change my glyph and my title back. I hopped in on this Umbra build just to demonstrate. This is a build I've been working on. It's not super finalized yet. I think the trade is worth it if you don't run into the negative consequences of running Blind Rage. Because Blind Rage, without running Furious Javelin, you're not having to cast as much. You're pretty much just keeping Warcry up and Exalted Blade up. That's most of what you're doing. Slash dashing occasionally. But still then, it's, you know, it can get tight sometimes if you don't take a lot of damage. Like, energy orbs aren't going to keep you up. But I still think it's worth having adrenaline on it. Kind of feels wrong not to use Hunter Adrenaline when you're running Persistence. Yeah, see, like right here, it's like there's not enough enemies in this mission. Not taking enough damage.
Coming. Take out the assault squad. In the air or the ground. Doesn't matter to me.
Like I don't. There's nothing I'm having to cast right now. As long as Warcry stays up, and then you have enough to be able to maintain Exalted Blade, then it's fine. But I don't like seeing my energy not close to max for flexibility. Like when you're just sort of in a steady state, if you're not above like 50%, at least in my opinion, if I'm not above 50%, it feels like it's not enough.
Anarchs have captured a sentient scout. Get him out of there before they can convert him.
I'd say especially with Blind Rage on.
Get it. Follow Dinner.
Still taking enough incidental damage, it seems like, and getting enough orbs to at least maintain energy. I just have to conserve it a little bit more than what I would usually prefer to do. I can definitely drop this here.
Sentient scout is safe and recovering. You, on the other hand, need to get
Okay.
to the field. Go.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I rarely ever keep a loadout the same.
Critical intel loaded onto a tight beam transmitter, but it's gone dark.
Yeah, my Fallout build, the Influence Fallout, I've just playing that pretty much the last week, and tuning that and getting that dialed in to where, yeah, I want to play my Nourish setup. I want to play Dual Acre. It's very simple. It's a very easy build, very good build. I just kind of missed running the other version of my Excalibur build, other main version.
Transmitter now.
The goal here too is if I do these slams, I should be able to recover energy from universal orbs that drop. Since I get, you know, those 4 slams, and those should drop a decent amount. And that seems to be working for the most part here.
Check 5s and 20s.
Do I have 2 parts? I do.
Battery crew. But work still. Put in transmitter.
Have uplink. This changes everything. Get to the next rendezvous point.
Hostiles. Contain them before it's a ball of chalk.
Your objective is an Anarch shuttle. Hack it and up.
Do I think Excalibur needs a full rework to his kit? No, I don't think so. I think
Engines warming.
what they need to do is do something to differentiate his radial blind from his radial javelin, because right now the only thing that does that is an augment. There should be innately some functional differentiation between them. And my hope is that they add some level of augment baseline. Like, I don't see a reason why Excalibur can't get Furious Javelin baseline to at least Exalted Blade. So that would affect Exalted Blade and Slash Dash, or just make it baseline to swords. So as long as you don't use, as long as you're not using anything other than swords, Excalibur has a lot more utility just built into his kit. If you try to use other things though, then yeah, you need augments for it. I don't know if we're gonna get this one in time. Oh well. That's what I would say. If I had to make a change to him, I would probably evaluate if some of his augments can be added baseline as baseline features. The other thing is Radio Javelin should probably scale like a pseudo exalted, similar to the way Slash Dash works. Because Slash Dash is a pseudo exalted. It didn't get any changes made to it in Techred Encore, to put it simply. Like, any actual changes weren't made to Slash Dash. Just changed what it scales off of. Or forced what it scaled off to. It no longer only scaled off of your drawn melee weapon. Let's see if I can prevent myself from dying here. Nope. That's what we get for running persistence. And then I lose my my energy. I lose my energy buff there too when I die. An extra mod slot for skill augments. That'd be a general solution, yeah. Just give us like a 1 mod slot, and it's, I guess, yeah. Or get 2 mod slots. Like, encourage people to only use 2 augments. That would be nice. Make them similar to Exilis mods, where, like, I guess you could equip more than 2, but you would have dedicated mod slots for 2. My influence Fallout build is still here. It's right here. But I've been just running my Nourish dual Ichor setup. It's really a dual Ichor build. Make sure I change this back. Cloud. Okay. Keep on rolling. Unless there's something interesting up. Nope. If a Void Cascade pops up, that'll be, I think that'll be worth it. Go down the line here. Yeah, Radio Howl Blind, they're definitely quite worthless. That's why it's like my default subsume. Because I really don't think it does anything useful over Radio Javelin. Like, as CC, I find Radio Javelin better than Radio Blind. Because Radio Blind doesn't go through Overguard. And at least at a worst case, if your Furious Javelin does enough damage, it can go through Overguard. And then also sort of stagger enemies with that. It's like, it's just a better ability. They really do need to... what I wish that they would do, if I had to do like one... If I had like... I can change one thing about Excalibur, it would probably be making Radio Blind scale like it's a pseudo exalted. That's what I would change.
And we have little time. Return to the days of the Purita Rebellion, when the Dax Anarchs turned former sentient allies against you.
Fight fire with fire and draw one out. They're out. Put them out of their misery.
Let it blind teammates. Now, when you go into the sortie and you get the radiation effect, like the radiation affliction on it, that's a PvP mode.
What a waste.
Yeah, see, this is the cool thing about running combat discipline with Nourish. When you kill enemies, it procs the bubble thing, because you take damage, and that's what triggers the little explosion that procs radial, like a radial viral attack. So it's kind of what this is testing, to see if that's worth it. To see if increasing the proc rate of that is worth losing Brief Respite and then forcing you to run Augur, like Augur Reach, in order to get that effect. Because you still need like at least one of the effect.
Don't let a scratch get on those bracks. We need them.
Oh, look at that. Kitty treating me nicely. I'm still getting used to my monitor being closer. It is still a little disorientating. Just mentioned this earlier, but I mounted my monitor finally off of a monitor arm instead of having it on the factory stand. and that puts it a lot closer to my face, or lets me... It forces it closer to my face, but then also lets it be closer. Otherwise, the feet would be like... The feet, if it otherwise, would be at the edges of my desk right now. Big monitors require big stands if they're not just bolted to the hole in your table. I don't think I've procced the Incarnate this whole time. Yeah, try Unstuck. Otherwise, it might fix itself eventually. Sometimes those are self-correcting issues. Sometimes. Like, I might have almost killed that... Like, it almost seems like I did damage to that ship with Radio Javelin. That'd be pretty funny. Let's see. No, it looks like it was only enemies inside that I did damage to. That'd have been funny, though. Just Radio Javelin the ship. Yeah, there are commands in Warframe. The unstuck one used to be a very common one way, way back in the beginning, because you could get stuck on pretty much everything. Like, you had to know in the beta, you had to know the unstuck command. That wasn't optional.
You've turned the tide, but you're not done. Transport full of weapons and ammo is en route to enemy positions. Intercept and destroy. Go!
Does what work for Deimos vaults? What, falling through the map? Or unstuck? I don't see why that was an orange crit. I don't think that was from my... I'm gonna turn off companion numbers just so I'm not staring at my companion's numbers. Getting weird, like, orange crits and stuff.
Kid in trouble. Needs help. Needs energy core. You help. Aegis knows. Kid needs energy core for Liz.
Nice part about running Avenger with this is obviously Avenger and Tenacious Bond. It makes me feel like I should be casting Radio Javelin to do damage sometimes. It kind of helps you maintain your stacks a little bit better. Because it's fun to see the numbers. It's fun to see when it actually can kill things. Oh no. Where do you use these new mods? You have to get one of the Tauron strikes for your focus school, and then you're able to do it. So you have to get... Yeah, you have to get one of the Tauron strikes, and then you unlock the ability to add the Technolist mods, or whatever it's called. Most people, I think, just call them the Tauron strikes. Then, like, their weird, particular... sentient-ish names.
New access codes needed. You find? Nuka.
Yeah, my duration isn't super long, 38 seconds, but I am doing it with like a 300, I think, % strength. So I don't know. I don't know how the overriding works when you have multiple buffs of the same subsume. Like if it overrides based on duration or based on percentage. I don't know. I usually don't like running things like Nourish and that kind of stuff. Warcry, I think, is potentially worth swapping to here. No one's running Warcry. I can switch to Warcry. I can even use Giga Range Warcry. You're on Vazarin, so you get the extra affinity range. 75. It's like 75-meter range on Warcry. It's unfortunately one of those things you can't really run on Umbra without some compromises.
It'll make hiking safe for certain.
Oh, I sent you an invite in case you wanted to join, and someone else joined.
Enough. Let Phallus's nightmares face their own cards.
I'm gonna have you slaying this thing. Okay. Look at that. 28 steel essence. A single mission. Kitty, treat me good tonight. Speaking of... She's not down here. Kitty's got a lot of fun spots to sleep in. Sometimes she just sleeps down here just to, I guess, be near me.
Drop until Anarch out. Very hungry. Need reload. Locked off. Must remove.
Where are the turrets even at?
Can you give turret ammunition?
There they are. Yeah, I hope one day they do make Excalibur Heirloom, because I have a feeling until the whole, like, controversy with Excalibur is mitigated, they're probably not going to do that. Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that Excalibur has been skipped for a few times now on getting an heirloom. I feel like they're probably going to go, if they do choose an heirloom, they're going to go with the one that's been circulated by the community. Which seems like what they do with the heirlooms anyways, and that one's been going around a lot. I've seen it. It looks nice.
Those turrets are back in fighting shape. No time to rest. You're needed elsewhere.
Be nice if they've been waiting to actually fix some of the issues with Excalibur Umbra and all that good stuff, and they've been saving the heirloom with a micro rework. That would be a thing. That's some real copium right there for you. Some concentrated copium. Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to finish this one. Oh well.
Anarchs take the deck. Not good.
don't really keep up to date with the heirloom kind of stuff.
Kind Daphilists were twisted and manipulated. We owe it to them
Is that-
to remember what was done.
Big dam.
All our people were betrayed in the old war. The more we remember, the better our chance of a new peace.
Yeah, the copium flows into my veins. That's the hope. You'd think that would make sense if they were doing like a mini rework of Excalibur, of a couple of his items. They would probably save their heirloom for that. Because you think people would probably be buying the heck out of it. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Warcry here. Affliction, or not Affliction, but Fallout, Warcry. I'm gonna make a slight change. I'm gonna give it Prime Sure-Footed. And then Vazarin. So we can get that extra 25 meter affinity radius to really give all of the people Warcry. Good percentage of it too. 90% attack speed. It's solid. Nothing wrong with slam builds, you know. I don't like them, but that's my opinion. I don't find them very fun. Yeah, the Excalibur controversy, they basically prevented Excalibur from being like endgame viable for the entire game's existence, except for maybe periods where Excalibur Prime was, because they just kind of refused to fix some issues with it. And it doesn't really make any sense. I don't know who they're trying to placate in this scenario. Like, maybe they just don't understand that it's okay. It's okay to make Excalibur viable. It's weird. It's this weird spot for DE where they just refuse to fix the issues with him. Let's generate some combo here.
Take out the assault squad. In the air or the ground. Doesn't matter to me.
Tenno, innards fall from air like music.
I really wish they'd also fix the spectral blades on Nairman, because I'd probably run Nairman on this build
Capture the Magmos cannon.
if it was actually good. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I just feel like Slam has always been slow. Like Slam, no matter, even when it was really ridiculous, I could beat people in Steel Path Face Off who were using Slam just because it slows down your mobility and your movement. Especially after they fixed that whole like Wukong nonsense that people were doing, like the Ghost Walk or whatever it was, whatever it's called, his floaty ability. I'm an Excalibur player.
Supply cache is located. Get close and siphon them off for our side.
Yeah, Cloud Walker.
Cache captured. Strong Tenno friend.
I think a great example.
Think you're the only ones with warframes? Allow me to educate you.
Did a little bit of operator action here. I did do some operator testing, some more operator testing today. Didn't really end up changing anything. I did get rid of initial strike or initial charge because I think with Vazarin, changing my arcane, I actually changed my arcane to the operator crit damage and overguard strip one. Like that, I did make that change, and then I removed the initial charge from Vazarin as well. Because I just kind of figured in most missions, I should probably be saving Vazarin's ability in case someone dies. So for the most part, it's just going to sit there at max charge. And you can pretty reliably get to max charge at least once in a mission.
It's a raid! Shut it down! Repel the anarchs!
I feel like melee is in a really good spot in the game right now. Some of the stances suck, but I think that's still subjective. Because there's stances that people really like, and I'm like, these are awful. And then there's the opposite. There's stances I really like, and a lot of people find them awful. Like, Exalted Blade stance has a learning curve to it. Like, kind of what I'm doing right here, where I'm doing a lot of aim gliding. If you don't do that on Exalted Blade, it feels awful. But if this is what you pretty much do non-stop, where you're just aim gliding, and you're really timing your slides to keep forward momentum, it's a completely different weapon. It's like I think a night and day difference. What's with these attackers? Is it bugged? Oh, it was bugged. Okay.
Die in the dirt, anarch scum! Now's our chance!
Yeah, this Warcry Fallout build definitely has better utility than the Nourish Dual Ichor one. Because the Nourish Dual Ichor one, it's like, how many people run Nourish? Like, a lot of people run Nourish. So, I'd rather have Warcry. If the only time I ever really see Warcry is if there's a Valkyrie in the group.
Transport full of weapons and ammo is en route to enemy positions. Intercept and destroy. Go!
Repair pads all over place. Let's not look out.
Transport is scrap. There'll be no relief for the anarchs today. Now make it count. Next objective.
Yeah, if a Void Cascade comes up, I'll definitely I'll keep an eye out for him. Specifically Steel Path, because who plays regular? That sometimes comes up. Never see a point ever playing regular anything anymore.
I've waited long enough. Let a prime warframe loose.
Be alert, Tenno. More comms.
Anarch pride was their death sentence. If only they had listened. Keep moving. Mines! We're getting slaughtered on the advance. Destroy them. Or if you're careful, hack them. To neutralize the whole minefield more quickly.
Let's see. I think tankiness in this game, there's a nice balance point. Kind of like with my referencing my buildcrafting video that I made recently. I think the Influence Fallout is a great example of that. Just changing one arcane, you lose a bunch of strength, but it's not necessary, and then you can get a lot more defensiveness. I could not even be running the increased health from Blessing. I could actually just run Expertise if I wanted to on this build. It's definitely an option. There's a lot of flexibility there. I think health makes more sense, though. Peak try. Thank you. So I get a lot of it's a meme. It's a meme kind of, because I use Paint and Notepad and stuff quite a lot, and my coworkers will make fun of me for it because like in my current job, my previous job, it was like I'd get made fun of for using those simple tools, and it's like, well, they work. Even one of my Warframe buddies does graphics design. One of my IRL buddies, he does graphics design, and he always pull up Paint just to mock me instead of like InDesign or whatever tools it was that he used. It's kind of a meme. Hey, it is a drawing. You know, it's a measure. There's orders of magnitude here. I'm not very artistic. Not anymore, at least. All of my artistic ability died when I learned algebra, and that's not an exaggeration.
No drop until Anarch out. One more comes. Very hungry. Need
Yeah, my brain found algebra, and I went from like a C student in math to an A+ student. And I went from the top, literally the top student in my class for art, to being unable to draw literally anything. I could only draw 3-dimensional boxes after learning algebra. Like something clicked in my brain. My brain was like, "What's this nonsense?" When algebra exists. But you could probably assume something like that to be relatively realistic from a lot of the content that I do, I guess. It wouldn't be too far of a stretch. Too far of an assumption. Wukong is still pretty good, though. Yeah, Wukong's still pretty good. You know, I don't discount the Wukong. It's definitely a vibe. Not that I've ever really played Wukong, but it's not an exaggeration either. But I'm familiar enough with the way people play him to know he's pretty good. And that I think from a melee-only perspective, Excalibur falls into this niche that I definitely fill, and I think I feel pretty well. But it's a niche. It's a niche for a reason. And gladly it seems like I inspire some other people to have fun and play the game a little bit differently. This game is all about fun, remember. Yeah, no such thing as bad art. They're just subjectivity. I will say the last... I can still draw 3-dimensional cubes pretty well, and the last one I put up didn't get erased from the conference room whiteboard. It was in Christmas colors, so maybe they thought it was supposed to be Christmas art, but it didn't get erased. At least enough people appreciated it. It's like, here's my art. I'm a little bit more artistic than that now, but it's not far off. I think I explained this yesterday. It's like art, like the design and sort of things, visual design. I can do geometry pretty well, like understanding that the shape of things and making them make sense. But when it comes to like the color of it or the texture or filling in the space of it, just not at all. I literally can't even think about how to think about that. It's like caring about a lot like your color, your pants, or your jeans, like your shoes. I just genuinely can't care about that stuff. It's like the same category. Just don't even want to think about it. Nyx is like Excal as a female. You know, that's not far off. I won't tell you what I did when 1999 came out and the Kim system was added. You can probably assume what I did. It didn't involve Arthur. Just to clarify. Oh, we can make this one. We're fast. Oh no. Dang it, we weren't fast enough. We did 10 though. Yeah. And then I was like, I got to the point where I could not do it anymore, and I haven't touched the Kim system since. I literally haven't touched the Kim system since like the first few patches of 1999. Once you get the things all through, like the first new year, and it's like, okay, I guess it's time for Kalimos. Kalimos is the best, the best part of the Kim system.
Strength for the battles to come.
Most order executions that have been done in game mode by anyone. I don't know about by anyone, but I know my clan's leader got to like 14. No, the problem I ran into with Arthur is, so like, Arthur's supposed to be a hard military veteran, and to be as nice as I can, it's clear that Arthur wasn't written by someone with military experience. The nicest way I can put that. Because you just try to have a standard conversation, and you can't have that standard conversation. You start getting this like you're hurting his feelings. I'm like, what is this? Like, what are you doing? This is I could probably suspect that Arthur was not written by a male, to put it simply, and let alone a male that I was hoping would have wrote the type of person that would have wrote Arthur, that you could just have sort of bro conversations with, like military vet conversations with. You cannot have that with Arthur. Arthur will complain about his feelings. It's as nice as I can be about that. If you get my drift, then that's where that'll end.
Avenge the ghosts that haunt you. The Hun Hullus awaits.
Commandant Prime warframes are the strongest weapons the Anarchs have. Fight fire
Didn't have coffee, and now they're grungy. Yeah. It's like talking to Arthur like he's a moody teenager. Ugh. And then I was like, okay, yeah, screw this Kim system. I don't care about it. I'm done. I got the rep that I needed for the Syndicate. That's all I cared about. It was a little unholy playing Arthur and then like dating Nyx, whatever her name was. I don't even remember her name. That's how little I care. Oh, the one with the tongue.
Be alert, Tenno. More guard.
Yeah, Eleanor. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. I'm just gonna kill these enemies down here because I like doing the murders of things. I am way off track here. I think I've gotten used to the monitor change. Like I said, that has been genuinely. I kind of figured as soon as I like got up to my monitor being a lot closer, it was a little bit disorientating. But I'm probably not leaning forward as much as I used to, which is probably definitely a good thing. I think I'm able to get a little bit better posture with the monitor being closer to me. It's about 1.5 feet away, you know, about arm's length. Maybe a little bit more than 1.5 feet. Let me think. It's like 2 feet, approximately 2 feet away, which is kind of that optimal distance for it versus like almost 3 feet. Just took me forever to actually mount it. They use up a lot of desk space. Like, wow, there's so much more room for activities under the monitor. I don't know if it's enough for karate, but
Stay close behind Jin, Tenno.
maybe close. Sitting on the floor isn't too bad. It's just you got to make sure you have a good posture when you do that. So like, if you haven't been able to tell, I actually sit on a yoga ball. I don't even have a chair. I sit on a yoga ball, and a lot of times too, I'll just kind of kneel in front of my desk if I watch a movie, because watching movies on my computer is actually better than my living room. It's just a better TV, a better setup. Even though my living room setup is pretty good, that's kind of more relegated when I have company. And I'll just literally sit on the floor. The carpet down here, you might be able to tell, the carpet down here is actually really nice and soft, and so it's comfortable enough to sleep on. It's a really thick mat, or a really thick carpet.
neutralize the field quickly, or just blow them up one by one.
Did I really let this expire. That's how little murders I'm doing.
Minefield cleared. You saved lives today, Tenno. Keep going.
If you, I think if you vacuum it enough, like what my carpet does is, whenever I vacuum it, it sort of aerates it again, and it won't be as compressed. Like you might have to do it a few times with like a proper vacuum to be able to do that, especially if it's a thick carpet. You know, you can't use a standard vacuum for that. You got to have something that's able to, you're able to raise the deck to use it for heavy or thick carpet. That's what I found. Carpet's like night and day different when I vacuum it. You beat your carpet with a bat. Oh boy. On the personal thoughts on the Purita Rebellion game mode, I actually like it, and I hope they make it an endless. The thought that I had is they could make this an endless mission if they gave you like the option to extract or continue every like 3 or 4 orders. You think most missions you get to about 6, and so 12 minutes, 6, 2 minutes per. So if they made it like 3, approximately 3. If you're a faster group, you could probably do it in a reasonable amount of time. You know, there would be some variability there. They would want to tune it. And then the idea is if you go to extract, you then get the boss. Like you don't extract immediately. You go to the boss and then you still get to do that. Or maybe just eliminate the boss, but I think it'd be a good candidate for endless mission for another Omni, like another Omni fissure. To me, that's pretty obvious that they would probably do that.
Transmitter hungry for power.
Carpetless carpet. It's true that you personally participate in real-life military conflicts? No. I'm not a combat veteran. That's, my field, the field that I was in wasn't even close to being that. You were pretty far away from battlefields, putting it simply. Hopefully. Act of war, if, the role I was in had a, was attacked. Literally an act of war, put it simply. Yeah, if aircraft carriers actually get directly attacked, that's basically an act of war. Without diving too much deeper into that. I've never met a person in the military who is stoic and always serious. See, that's the thing. That's exactly the point. Arthur is way too stuck up, to put it simply, as someone to have fun conversations with. Well, certain types of banter that you would expect for military people to have that I've had with literally every other person, including other branches, in both when I was in and when I was out. And that is not the kind of conversations you can have with Arthur. Arthur will start whining about his feelings if you start doing that. And then, usually if that happened, you would start making fun of someone for doing that. Yeah. I don't know what that acronym is, honestly. You might have to explain that one to me. I'm very uncultured when it comes to a lot of slang. Simply too British? I don't know. I don't know. British people are a bit different. I don't know if I can describe them accurately. I haven't met too many British people. I'm trying to think. There was a period where there were no, those were Australians. Yeah, I dealt with a lot of Australians here and there when I was active duty. Like commodores and officers and stuff. Like senior and junior officers. Nope. I'm kind of zoning out here. Oh, the personality type things? Oh, I don't I don't really do the personality type things. There was a period of my life where I think I knew what those were, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't worth my time. The personality type nonsense.
No time to rest. You're needed elsewhere. More coming. Take out the assault squad. In the air or the ground. Doesn't matter to me.
Let's see, does this actually hit it? Okay, good. Sometimes it doesn't actually do it. Isn't that like int J or something? I'm pulling like things I remember from 3+ years ago or so. Last time I even thought about personality types. How could you guess? I believe you are correct. That's from the clan or the squad chat there. A slower paced mission. I'm trying to think. What they could do with this content other than the way it's structured. I think if they had maybe 2 going on that were longer, maybe, so you were splitting as a team, that'd be a little bit more interesting. But I know people already do that by just... The people that really speed farm these, they'll actually have people hold back, and they'll stagger objective completions, and they sort of memorize the sequence for where they spawn, and they'll be basically already at them when they finish. Or when they open up. Some people go real crazy with this stuff. I don't care to do any of that. That's way too sweaty. It's like, play these games for fun. When you start min-maxing it to the point where you start yelling at your teammates for not being fast enough, I don't find that very fun. It's video games. I don't play competitive games for that kind of reason anymore. It's just not worth the time.
Deploy a warframe. A commandeered prime. One of the insane. I don't care.
Say life's a lot easier when you're not worried about competitive games anymore. Oh. Come get your things quickly. Yay. Good job. Yeah, proper endless would be cool with this. I'd probably do that. It'd be fun. It'd be chill. Here, I'll help kill this thing with operator. There's a surprising amount of damage. Laid on my bubble too. I don't think the bubble really does anything with a single target like this, but alright, let's see how fast we can kill this. I'm gonna start attacking like right away here. Let's see how fast. Basically one magged it. Very good, very good.
You have won back your memories from the void's corruption.
Yeah, not even seeing the boss, that is definitely a bug. Yeah, GG's, Dante. Glad you could come. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling this build more. It's feeling a little bit more chill. Just running my my influence Fallout build variation. I feel like that's gonna be a little bit more fun right now. Okay. Just thinking there was something I was gonna do. No. Okay. Let's see what fissures are up. Still only conjunction survival. Do the Vanguard one. I don't know, I've never used Plague Crippeth. That was never one of the things. Actually, it was one of the last things I had to master because I had to wait for a Plague Star or a Halloween event in order to actually get it because I was dumb and just never bought one of the versions of it. What's my Exalted Blade for Fallout? Here we go. I do have a video on this too. I think this is my most recent build video where I have this this particular variation. I did change one like slight thing here. I did put Prime Sured-Footed on it, which is this definitely feels worse. This feels worse than the other variation that I made the video on. I feel like changing back to that. In that case, it's running Power Drift and Unaru. And then I gotta change one Archon Shard. That probably took. The Prime Vanguard, if they had Excalibur Prime, that'd be pretty funny.
Your memories were erased out of mercy, but if they are not recovered, the indifference will corrupt them. Descend into the hell that was the Purita Rebellion, and remember how even warframes were turned against you.
Oh, as Zato look, and then you put the is that the Lavos Deluxe thing, Signa, that you put in front of it. Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah, there was a period in this game where I did all black everything. It was bad. Would not recommend. I also did like black with red accents for a while. That was the very thing that I did. That was the thing I did for a very long time, and it wasn't tasteful. It was literally like Rolling Stones paint it black, sort of nonsense. It looks like I did get that Archon Shard in time. If you wondered, I have been getting conversions. My energy economy will probably be a lot better just doing that. It's kind of crazy how simple. Like, you can make those really simple changes to your energy economy, and it has a dramatic effect.
Supply shuttles up ahead, chock full of key resources. Install an uplink and keep it safe until
Anarch's airborne. Please protect.
Yeah, my dual ichor build, if you check out my dual ichor video, I go into pretty good detail, including no ribbon variations, and I also talk about optimal ribbons. And optimal ribbons for dual ichor are very easy to roll. You really just need plus damage on it and something that doesn't break the build. That's where I would recommend going to see that, but I can show it between these next ones.
I want fury. Let a warframe take the field.
Goodbye. Run out of catalysts. Making all these different weapons. The thing I would recommend focusing on right now is actually getting all the Taron strikes. This mission, I'm pretty good at that if you don't have all the Taron strikes yet. I've got, I think, like enough to buy 2 more, but I don't have any Taron strikes to buy. So if these materials will probably be useful for something at some point, and so having a lot of them will be maybe useful. I don't know. Like maybe they'll have condition overload on the Fallout build. The problem with condition overload is it doesn't scale off Furious Javelin. So you don't, if you, like, the difference between pressure point and condition overload is massive with Furious Javelin. Like Furious Javelin is like a separate multiplier to what condition overload applies, and it doesn't interact with it, and it feels bad. I'd rather just use prime pressure point because of that. Like, you do sometimes want to flatten the curve of damage, but it doesn't flatten it enough to make it worth it. I spent so long testing it. Really, all you need to do is, if you don't have enough energy, don't cast Furious Javelin. So just only use the normal damage from it, and then you should be able to get enough radiation stacks on targets before they die to drop orbs to get your energy, and then you can do it. There's extra crit somewhere. Like, these enemies are crit vulnerable, because you'll have Radio Javelin just randomly crit sometimes too. These are like Tech Rod enemies or something where they have crit vulnerability. It's something I notice a lot of. If you're running Narman, you actually get stacking crit chance as well. Each order gives you crit chance if you're running Narman. And it's to melee. It's only to melee, which isn't applicable to Radio Javelin, but yet Radio Javelin will still crit somehow. Yeah, see, like right there, that shouldn't crit. But it does. I don't know why. I think it might even, maybe not even be a crit, it might be like a stealth bonus. It hits hard though. No, if you look at the bonus in the Parita mission, so like I'm running Narman, or wow, I'm running Unaru, and I'm getting armor and bonus impact damage. This initiative, yeah. So Narman gives you melee damage and melee crit chance, and it's very powerful. Too bad Narman is just like bad in general. But you do actually have 50% crit chance that you can get from Narman if you do the finisher. If you do the number 2 ability finisher, it gives you, for like 40 seconds, it gives you 50% crit chance. And it's not additive to base. I kind of wish it was, but it's not. It'd actually be good if it was additive to base, but it's not. It's multiplicative to base. Why did I run Wrathful Advance? for the sole reason that I wanted to make sure that I wanted to test to see if gloom was necessary. And the best way to do that was to just throw on Raffle Advance. So I wanted to try it without gloom. And when I went to level cap yesterday with Steel Path Circuit, I did run gloom. And gloom was required there because you didn't have your companion. So like the Panzer in persistence is more than sufficient to keep you alive. As long as your Panzer's doing its job, then you can keep it alive. It doesn't even need to be alive for its quills to heal you. It's pretty powerful. So you don't need gloom on persistence unless you're running circuit. When you're running circuit, even when you get the decrees that heal you, it's just not enough. Like those decrees can't heal you 500 per second, and you will take 500 per second a lot of the time. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely used Narman the Taran Strike on Narman to one-shot the to one-shot the second boss, the Dectalist or whatever it's called. I've done that a few times. It's very satisfying. Like, out of all of the Taran Strikes, Narman probably feels the coolest. The big sword, just the... Like, they did the animation all that properly. It just really sucks that it's bugged right now and that it doesn't have... Like, it's... One of its main features just doesn't work. The Spectral Blades. Right, Kitty? Yeah, Kitty is a master of Narman. She has infinite combo counter as a kitty cat with her claws. Here. This is totally not bait to get you closer so I can pick you up. Aha! Got you. Kitty. Are you okay, kitty? You're purring. Nope. Okay. She's very sharp. Must be careful. Yeah. She's alright. See, she'll entertain you guys with, let's see. Right there. We'll do that for a moment. She'll sit there and play with the thing for hours. If you do have a cat and you've got a level spot on your floor, I highly recommend getting this toy. It's also a good scratching spot for him. Only I've had to replace that little middle cardboard piece a couple times. She's had that since I got her.
We can't mass assault troops because of allied pinpoint strikes. Need you to take out their targeting array and give our guys a fighting chance.
See, the thing is, did you take the Overguard? I specifically didn't take the Overguard for melee kills because I wanted to see if it was sufficient. Yeah, actually, when I did that Steel Path Circuit run, I specifically avoided the Overguard one to make sure I was just testing health damage, because I was also testing to make sure persistence actually worked. Didn't want it to obscure my data. Arcane Circumvent, not very good. Would not recommend. It's unfortunate. If it healed like it seems like it should have, Arcane Circumvent would be very good, and it would be a valuable option. But it doesn't heal. It does everything but heal. Just really dumb. Like, I don't even care if it doesn't steal the art or like the health from them, but just like will heal you with respect to what it can grab. Like, not that it actually damages them. It's just it'll give you a heal when you do it. Without a heal on it, it seems pretty worthless to me. It might be a nice way to get a bunch of armor if you can use it, but it's conditional. Yeah. There you go. We'll off kilter ourselves here to make sure y'all can see kitty cat doing kitty cat things.
You must remember how you were forced to fight Commandeer Prime.
Oh no. Should probably proc that. Alright. Bringing out the hammer. It's hammer time, as a wise man once said. Oh no. See, like I said, kitties they really like scratching on these things when you have them. Would recommend. How do I have another one of these? That's kind of weird. I just used Unaru, and I had another full charge of it.
Well done, Tenno. Remember the fallen. Gather strength for the battles to come.
Yeah, circumvent is a worse version of rolling guard. Hi, kitty. Link, Selena, Kyle build. Yeah. All right. Panzer. And I'll link the claws, because the claws are... I really don't think there's any room for these to improve. Pretty confident in these. Really don't see any room for improvement here, other than maybe if you want a different element than heat. Right, kitty? Are your claws properly min-maxed? Let's show them your Kavat claws. Show them your Kavat claws. See? She's got little murder mittens. Are you not entertained, kitty? I'm trying to show them your mod config. Here's her mod config. Please copy. Oh. She definitely has very good murder mittens. Let's see. I'll check out the chat here for a moment while I smother my poor cat with attention she totally doesn't want. Is it a Furious Javelin Blood that doesn't scale with CO? No, I don't think... I think CO is just weird with the way it works. Because CO also doesn't apply properly to Slash Dash unless you have Exalted Blade drawn. So, like, CO is just not good on Excalibur in general. There's very niche scenarios, I think, where CO is useful. The majority of the time, I think it's not worth it. Well, thank you. Yeah, she's such a good kitty. She'll sit there and play with her toy for quite a while. Oh, let me see. You can get a little bit more of her in frame, maybe. No, she's buggered off a little bit. I can actually turn my monitor now that it's mounted. Okay. Let's see. I don't think Circumvent is worth using for like persistence. I'm still pretty heavily on the idea that for persistence, you really want to have unconditional You want unconditional 1400 or more, and that's it. So Void Cascade. There's a slot for one more Void Cascade. I'm gonna check to see if my usual buddy wants to join. Yeah, I'll see if Priest wants to join as usual. Otherwise, it'll be open. I'd rather fill it just to have more people to do the things. For Void Cascade, I don't care what you run. I really don't care. So what I'll do, actually, is I'm going to hop on my same build that I ran before. I'm even going to put on Okina. We're going to record that. And I'm going to have to revert this build back to what I had before, because I didn't have Blind Rage. Let me actually check to make sure what I was running there. This is very easy to do. Turns out I have a video archive. What exactly I ran during that mission. Okay. Oh, that's why. This is, we're gonna change that. There it is. Use the same exact build. Might as well fill up. And I'm hosting this time, so that won't be a problem. Okay. I'll send you an invite. All right, get your builds ready. I'm going to clean this thing out real quick so that it doesn't get nasty. I think this is the right full setup here. I think my Exalted Blade is probably different, though. Let me make sure this is accurate. It's probably running like this variation. Oh, I already missed it. Shocking Touch. Oh, yeah, I gave it a bunch of attack speed. That's what I did. Yeah, I removed the armor strip from this now. I think that's fine. It doesn't need to have the armor strip in this because we've got... Like, Vicious Spawn is kind of redundant when you have Unaru. Alright. So yeah, you guys get ready real quick. I'm going to top my water off and also clean this out. Only takes me about 2 minutes to do that. Can you entertain them? A few minutes later. All right. Okay. Oh no, not the heirloom skin for Valkyr. I don't even own that. Never needed to use it. The Signa is not that cool. Yeah. Okay. Are you guys ready? Got your stuff, got your companions equipped? Make sure you got companions equipped. Okay. So I'm running the exact build that I ran that last mission. As long as y'all don't have anything that's going to break my ability to test defensiveness, which it doesn't look like we do, which is good. That's all I care about. Void Cascade. I'm rolling whatever. I'm going to start recording this too. Hopefully I'll remember to stop recording this next time. Sure. I'm not going to roll a tile. I don't care enough to do that. Priest probably busy. We don't need him. We're strong, independent Tenno. We don't need no priest to beast.
Rainier meddling with the reliquary drive has triggered a void cascade. Purge our exolizers and keep them purged, so they can stop the cascade getting out of hand. That possessed exolizer is spitting out contamination. Use your void power to purge it.
There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
Hit me.
Oh, that got their attention. Enemy forces moving to your location.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactants. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactants. Collect it to open the void ring. Keep fighting. Look for more reactants.
Exolizer online.
Double strength.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Make sure to snapshot in that extra Exalted Blade. Strength there.
The enemy has triggered the release of a possessed exolizer. Purge it before it pumps out even more void contamination.
See if this neighboring tile set has the Void Angel. And do that real fast. Nope.
Marking a possessed exolizer. Deal with it while you still can. We're down an exolizer. Working on backups.
Bam. Are you talking about fashion?
Manifestation is possessing an exolizer. Stop it before it feeds the cascade. Exolizer spent.
Oh. I'm getting enough damage taken at least now to where I should be fine.
Exolizer has been retired.
And no one else is running persistence, which is a good thing because it would probably break. We're gonna find out though. Yeah, if you haven't found out yet, Void Cascade is hilariously easy in comparison to before Old Beast. All those extra buffs to operator amps with the Tarn Strike mods is just insane. It's like a night and day difference. Yeah, you should probably get a Tarn Strike. Remember this thing exists? I would highly recommend getting that at least once, because the value proposition of that is 5 or 6 hours worth of farming, that event. And you don't really get anything other than maybe Steel Essence from that, and yeah, I think it's worth it. For some people, it's very much worth it. For a lot of people, it might be a little bit harder to justify, but that event that we were doing, you have to buy it from Mary in the 1999 or X999 thing, XX99.
Keep those manifestations away from the Exilizers. Leave it out.
This looks like it's going to be an intense version of a Void Cascade, which is going to be good. I'd rather have more Exilizers than not enough. Make us work for it. Make me have to Taran Strike to kill Rax Ghosts. That'd be nice. All right, the Void Angel is here. After we kill the Acolyte, I'm gonna spawn the Void Angel. Just don't spawn it before, just in case.
Enough reactors to open the relic.
Exilizers spent.
It was following the red dot. Where's this Acolyte at? This guy's, there he is. Speaking, you shall receive. Where's this guy? Oh, there he is. Oh no, that's that's another guy. Infinite Forma. See, they didn't know till now that you had forgot your companion. That last one. No, I think they knew, actually. I think the chat was enabled for that, since I didn't have my camera on for that. Alright, Space Ghost time. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna do the Void Angel real fast. You can feel free to ignore the Void Angel. I can handle it.
Was a dormant Void Angel. Now it's not dormant anymore. We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups. It's gonna get a bit tasty.
Or you can all join in too.
The Angel's trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop. Exilizer spent. Yes! It won't be shrugging that off.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Now
Oh no. Double range that messes me up. I'm bashing all the walls on the way around. Yeah, with the 153, you can kind of just spray and pray these Excalizers and kill everything.
We just lost an Excalizer
Pretty nice.
possession. Hit it back. Keep any roaming thrax away from that Excalizer until it discharges. That'll make this cascade. Excalizer has been retired. Our enemy's folly is your game. Here we go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about that, though. We've got plenty of power to be able to kill these Thrax ghosts. Even if they stack up at any point, all I have to do is just... I can one-shot them with Unaru's strike. One-shot the entire map of them, actually. I can just kill stuff with the operator if I really want to. Maybe we'll try that this time around. Level cap. Make sure I can see if I can kill stuff by armor stripping them and everything.
Excalizer has been retired.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Cheerio. We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups. Enemy bounty secured.
I just burn all the reactant or whatever I have. The void fissure things. Traces, that's the word I'm looking for. I just burn them on whatever. They're all just ducats to me.
Excalizer spent.
Where is it? So before Old Peace, the alt fire on this was pretty much worthless at killing Braxes. Before I would have to headshot them with the wrap block primary fire. So that's a pretty huge change with this amp. Like here, I'm just gonna kill this guy completely with my amp. Like, don't even need to use your operator to kill these things. Them getting all thrown around and stuff is a little harder to hit them, but
That's it. You've opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Excalizer spent. Spent Excalizer has been retired. This discovery might interest you.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Like I said, I'm not the... I'm like fashion frame blind, pretty much. You generally have zero to no opinion on most fashion.
We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups. Spent Excalizer has been retired.
Oh, I do have that on. I didn't change my arcane, so I only have one source of healing, which is my kitty cat, and I guess orbs. It's the only sources of healing I have. I don't have Magus Elevate on.
I'm up for a scrap. Takes care of that. Zone is hot.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Excalizer spent.
Oh, yeah, that's amusing.
We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups. Struggle has its benefits.
Look, another Hero Prime chassis. Very exciting.
spent Excalizer has been retired.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
How's that? Time for a break.
Almost out of energy. Doing too good at murdering things, apparently.
Excalizer spent. Contact. Check 5s and 20s. We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups. The void has manifested something other than a nightmare. Excalizer has been retired.
Yeah, I think you are right that the angels are effectively our parents that succumbed to the void and became angels. But that was my understanding too. Like the adults, the denizens of the Zeramin that become void angels when they succumb to the void, and the only people that didn't were the holdouts and us.
Contain them before Excalizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. Any nearby attackers will degrade the Excalizer's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam. Take the wheel.
Oh, ran out of energy. Not taking enough damage. Enemy is too weak. Oh, look at that. Immediately back to full. I'm pretty sure persistence. I was checking this out on the on stream last night too. Last night? I think last night, yeah. But in Steel Path Circuit, I was getting more than 600 energy for... Like, I was getting full energy from a single, what would be limited to 500 hit. So I'm pretty sure Hunter Adrenaline applies before the reduction in damage from persistence. Because 45% of 500 is not 600. It's less than 500. You know, it's closer to 225 or so, I think is what the math, 235? Something like that. Someone can do the math. Yeah, 225. My internal math ed skills aren't terrible. Ever check out Underframe? No, I don't know what Underframe is.
Who wants some? Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups.
Yeah, the simple fact that I can take a single hit and go from 0 energy to full energy tells me that it's Hunter Adrenaline is not limited by persistence, which is nice.
Contamination dropping.
You can generate your 4,000 energy. It's probably what it's doing. Alt fire didn't work there. That was weird.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Spent Excalizer has been retired. Excalizer spent.
And go grab that steel essence.
Excalizer spent. The void
Let's see.
has
Are we gonna get
manifested
6 from this? Oh, look at that. Trash. I'm seeing that the forum thread has gotten some activity. I haven't looked at it in quite a bit. It's a tool for a bunch of calculations in the game. Oh. No, I've been just doing mostly my own testing. The things that I can test, like, it was very difficult to tell, but I'm pretty certain that the you might be familiar with the new Taran Strike Arcane or mod. It's a mod that your initial hit does 3 times the damage, like your initial strike. I did just test that today to see if that applies for the whole cast of my 153, and it doesn't. It appears to only work for the very first hit. So like when I do this and it just auto fires, it doesn't count for the whole thing. Like you're not snapshotting it into the entire cast. Even though it's one strike or like one cast of the ability or of the fire, it doesn't count. I'm coming back.
Working on backups.
I feel like these ghosts don't get any harder now as you go higher too.
Has been retired.
It was very nice. Just have a Thrax ghost slap you. That's the solution to that problem for me, at least. Running out of energy. Huh. It just like went right through that.
Contamination spreading. Excalizer spent. This discovery might interest you.
Okay, what was this targeting? Oh. The guy behind the wall was targeted. Thanks, game. Can't blame host-client issues on that. Not this time, at least.
There'll be tears before bedtime. We're down an Excalibur, working on backups.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Spent Excalibur has been retired. We appear to have angered the locals. Excalibur spent. Dropped him. We're down an Excalibur, working on backups. Our enemy's folly is your game.
When you guys melee transfer back into your Warframe, does it not make you do a melee? The way I do it is I transfer back in usually with a quick melee. That's just what I've gotten used to. So I transfer out using 5, you know, the 5 button, number 5, and then I'll transfer back in usually with a quick melee. Faster. And on most of my builds, you actually get an extra attack that way. I think I've just gotten to the habit of it. I don't even think about it anymore. On a melee build, it's the only way I use... The only reason for me to ever quick melee.
Spent Excalibur has been retired.
You have collected enough reactants to open the relic.
We're down an Excalibur.
This is so smooth now. Oh, it's so nice. Almost ran into a problem there. What's my kitty cat doing? Sleeping on the job?
Excalibur spent.
Oh boy. Yep, kitty cat sleeping on the job. This is where having Magus Elevate would save me. Because I could just sit there and spam that, but I didn't equip it. So we're going to find how limiting that actually is.
We're down an Excalibur, working on backups. Struggle has its
Where'd he go?
benefits.
When do you think operators get their fourth ability? I don't know if we'll get a fourth ability. They would have to like shift our 3 over. So unless it's like a second Taron strike type thing, I feel like the fact that it already occupies 3, they wouldn't shift it over to 4. That'd probably break a lot of people. Like, it'd probably break people like me. Just get muscle memory into hitting 3 every single time to activate it. So I feel like they would have had to have 2 if they were going to give us a 4th. That's just my speculation, though. Just kill these guys as operator. So much easier with Unaru. Just strip them and then spam into them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they give us the ability to, I don't know, like, use one of our Warframe abilities as operator. I think that would probably be, if we got a 4th ability, it would probably be like that. Like, maybe we'd be able to select if we want to have ability 1, 2, 3 as, like, as an operator. They'd probably not give us the ability to use our 4ths, or they'd have, like, a couple of them per Warframe that you'd be able to use. Maybe like even the subsume slot for, sort of system where you can add a subsume to your operator. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if we'll get dedicated a 4th ability though at this point. I feel like they would have added that with Taran strikes if they did. Feels weird to have Taran strike as like your 3rd ability and then have a 4th ability that's not powerful. Oh, there, I'm pretty sure I took more than... I feel like that was faster than 4.5 seconds that I just went down. That was weird. Luckily, I have that recorded. I was watching my health, and I feel like that ticked down faster than 4 seconds, but... it is recorded. I can't just sit there and spam Magus Elevate, because I don't have that equipped like an idiot. Magus Elevate would have solved that. I was literally watching my health go down. Nothing I can do other than hope my companion was hitting stuff. Yeah, strip them and spam into them. You mean what kind of nonsense DE can retcon into the game? Like, oh, because you forgot. Your memory was wiped. You got roofied by Lotus. And you forgot about this giant sword you pull from a rift in space-time to just murder all of the enemies with. Or that we were in Tau, because I feel like us going to Tau was never established. Like, I don't remember that being a part of the lore, but... I miss these things all the time. I don't remember there being a scenario where they're like, yeah, you know, we went to Tau at this one point. Not just the Tenno, but even like the Orokin Empire being in Tau. Like I thought it was always we never went to Tau. Like we were trying to get to Tau and we never got there, and that's what the whole Zerman thing was, that we failed to jump to Tau.
Excalibur suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
Oh boy, this one's getting spicy.
Critical levels.
I'm going to the new ones. You guys take the one that like I think got recaptured or something.
Now the Excalibur purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down. We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups.
This is, I think, one of those tile sets where it can get spicy real fast with the way these spawn. We got one of these things that are bugged out. That's not good. I get slapped for that.
You just lost an Excalibur to possession. Get it back.
Hostile contact. Engaging. There you are.
Come on, kitty. Heal me, kitty.
Spent Excalibur has been retired. The struggle has its benefits.
Ready and waiting.
Null created the Zarman sword? Who's Null? Tao's the friend we made along the way and found super crazy special weapons from. Like, I don't think I waited for any of the videos on the Tarn strikes where those actually came from. I don't even know. That's like I watched the D-Siege video for it, or read it on the wiki to find that out. I was too busy trying to test content. I think I went AFK for every single one of them. Like, oh, this is the time for me to get more water.
Cascade is growing out of control.
I'm gonna grab these, this reactant before I go, just in case.
Suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
Let me in. There's a magnetic. I could definitely die during that.
Now the Excalibur's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the
Oh no.
contamination level down.
Oh jeez, oh jeez.
Void Cascade losing steam. Spent Excalibur has been retired. See what you make of this.
Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, I was gonna say Null is a Marvel thing. Most recently shown in the totally great, very well done Venom 3rd movie that we all probably watched.
We appear to have angered the locals.
Yeah, my alt fire does pretty good at killing these in comparison to the left click when I don't get headshots. I think it's just the raw amount of damage it does. How fast I get the firing rate for something that's infinite ammo. Like, firing rate in that context is literally an increase in damage. It's a 1-to-1 increase. Multiplicative, I guess, technically. A multiplicative damage increase. When you get 60% firing rate on something with infinite ammo, you're just firing 60% more often. Approximately. I think the math works 1-to-1 like that. When there's no limit, no bottom. Oh no. Oh, you're dying real fast.
We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups.
Ow. He just slapped me. It's not very nice.
Excalibur spent.
How dare you? I'm definitely not running out of energy.
Satellite has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups.
Well, someone grab the thing. Let's bug out Exalted Blade, because that's going to not be annoying.
The void is manifesting something other than a nightmare.
Perma Exalted Blade. Big. Oh. Because I already have Exalted Blade out. It doesn't matter too much. What's up, Arthur? Where does Barrow live? Probably don't want to know that. Stays at his aunt's house. Bugged like 17 times. I don't... Don't you usually run in... I'm trying to remember. Do you usually run into latency issues or something? That's fine. I'm almost out myself. Going to level cap, though. Probably go to bed after this run, too. Probably gonna be a good time for it.
Excalibur spent. Leave it out. That's your lot.
I'm gonna go across the map now, because it's about to spawn probably 2 more.
Contamination spreading.
So there's all these ghosts. Must kill ghosts.
We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups.
You have collected enough reactants to open the elevator.
Heckin' double range making me fly across the map.
lost an Excalibur to possession. Get it back. Then you roll me Thrax away from that Excalibur until it discharges. That'll nip this cascade in the bud. Excalibur spent. Enemy bounty secured.
Yeah, exactly. Why is Ballas so obsessed with going to Tau and New War if he's already been to Parita and they had some well-established way of getting there? I guess solar rails is the explanation that I've heard. Is like how we got to Tau after the Zariman failed. So it's like I don't know. I feel like it's one of those retcons. It's like the whole operator thing. You know, when they retconned operators into the game, wasn't clearly what they had planned. They had planned Warframes to just be dudes in suits. I guess kind of like Dark Sector. That's how the lore was just set up in the game before. And then they did cool stuff with it, but, you know, this is kind of a lore second, gameplay first sort of game. It's just the reality of it. Alright, where are these new ones? Okay, I'm gonna go to the new ones.
Hatch open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups. Our enemy's folly is your game.
I honestly don't know what any of that means. The room with the pool, yeah, you have that open door that used to be closed for a very long time that is now open, which is kind of nice. And yeah, melee Kareen I think is really good on Okina. That's what I'm actually running right now. The melee weapon I haven't used pretty much once is an Okina set up for just Toxin. So then you get viral. Yeah, you get viral cold and then Kareen to help stack that. I should probably be testing that out here and there. That would probably be beneficial. Oh, look at that. This is why I wish I had Elevate. Elevate would solve some of these healing issues I run into sometimes. We'll use a little bit of this.
Excalibur has been retired.
Yeah, let's see. There you go. There's Korean doing its thing.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Excalibur spent.
Like, when my companion doesn't heal me right now, because it's my only source of healing, I kind of have to just opium slash dash and hope my companion heals me. within the next within 4 seconds.
We just lost an Excalibur to possession.
Like right here, this is getting a little tight.
Any nearby attackers will degrade the Excalibur's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam.
I can check though if any of these have been less than 4.5 seconds approximately in terms of from full health to 0. But I haven't gone from full health to 0. I've just gone from like 1,000 to pretty quickly dead.
Interesting.
Like 1,000 some. Oh boy.
Excalibur suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination.
Please don't bug this one out. And I think I bugged it out. Whoops. Turns out you can probably still do that. Invigorate passives from other melee weapons. Yeah, like that would be quite interesting. Yeah, we haven't got 1 gold. I think you're right about that. Well, you can still bug these out. Thanks, game.
Cascade intensified.
We're like almost there, so we should be fine. There's what, like 20 more left or something? I always forget the count.
Cascade is approaching critical levels. Their time is running out.
Alright, I gotta definitely go over here fast then. Yeah, I think I only plan to go 2 level cap. We can max out our Samara stuff. For me, it'll actually be fully maxed out at that point, because I think I have like 1,100 right now, or 110,000.
Well done, Toad. Your goal is complete.
Get over here. Oh. Misclick.
Void contamination dropping. We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups. We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups. Fifth Excalibur has been retired.
Oh, that one's bugged. Never mind.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. Excalibur spent. The void has manifested something other than a nightmare. Just lost an
Death match between the Tenno and Pennywise? Well, the Tenno are kind of like Pennywise. That's kind of the funny part. You think, like, transcending space-time, just like from another dimension, effectively. That the Tenno and Pennywise are kind of the same thing. It's kind of the funny part about that. I think Pennywise has clear character flaws with him that that prevents him from succeeding, unless we just are saying that's plot armor. Like you think of how terrible is Pennywise at actually fixing or like getting what he wants. He does a very good job at like allowing people to escape and all that other stuff. He's pretty bad. He's pretty bad as a villain at actually accomplishing things.
Be my guest.
Yeah, there, that's what I get. And I actually went down there.
Still can't believe I let you do this.
Oh, and I'm trapped in a door.
This cascade is growing out of control. We're down an Excalibur, working on backups.
Oh, hey there, Tempest. You gonna get me? No? Okay. It's okay. I'll just revive.
Spent Excalibur has been retired.
That's why I like Vazarin, because you can actually protective bubble yourself
Purge it before it makes the contamination.
if you go down like that. That one still unavoidable. That one would have been avoidable if I had Magus Elevate entirely. Like the fact that I don't have a concrete way to self heal. Like I'm reliant on my companion right here to self heal. Like that's not. Like otherwise I could just do this.
Casualties you inflict
But
within its field will bring the contamination level down. Excalibur spent.
I feel like I need to get some traces here.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. Those void nightmares are hell-bent on one.
This is gonna be even tighter with
More nightmares.
without my extra health that I lost.
You have collected enough reactants to open your relic.
Pretty good example overall that Magus Elevate, very useful if you're using this. Some sort of healing operator amp or operator arcane for healing.
Just lost an Excalibur to possession.
Oh, did this one just bug out too? No. Okay.
Retired. Enemy bounty secured. Any nearby attackers will degrade the Excalibur's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam. Hostiles! Contain them before.
Okay. Yeah, the thing though is it's like the Tenno are kind of universal beings because of their void connection. Like how can you even kill a Tenno? I think that's kind of I feel like there's a storyline about that. It's like can you even kill the Tenno?
Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
Like is it one of those things where you have to kill them in the void? Like you have to kill a Tenno in the void in order to actually kill them? Something like that. I feel like I remember a questline. Thinking the concept of demons and the twisting nether.
I'll use these blasphemous medicines now.
I think I'm gonna pull out Exalted Blade here.
We're down an Excalibur, working on backups. Cascade intensified.
I'll use these blasphemous medicines now and repent later.
Excalibur spent.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is open.
Get out of my way. Murder. Okay. That's that fun bit of inertia there that you get with slash dash sometimes. Sends you all the way to the moon. Get hit with magnetic, probably immediately transfer to operator. That's your best bet. You definitely don't want to be taking magnetic, like afflicted by magnetic in this level of mission when you're running persistence.
Cascade receding.
Dealing 1.7 mil, it's probably when they go to possess. When they go to possess an enemy, they take like 10% increased damage or something. They take a lot more damage. I don't know what downed me there. I'll be able to find out though.
We just lost an Excalibur to possession. Get it back.
Oh, my companion's down. But I have no healing. And everyone's stealing my kills.
This discovery might interest you.
Yeah, definitely run an operator arcane for healing. Don't rely on just your companion because it won't work. It won't be enough. Start taking that 500 per second, which you will hit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in that case.
Contamination spreading.
I think we're almost there. Like pretty much as soon as we hit level cap, get your scans, your synthesis scans in to get your cap for that, and then we can extract. I don't want to spend too long. Or like 8 more or something, I think. I always forget.
We're down an Excalibur. Working on backups.
It's malice. Make sure you roll. Remember the rules of dodgeball.
Cascade is approaching critical.
Oh boy, we need to get to this next spot.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Forget how quick I can clear these. So dumb. Of course. I love when they get possessed as you're about to kill them. Like they're at half health or lower, less than half health as a ghost. And then they get like the corruption. This is where I definitely need Wrathful Advance and Furious Javelin stacks at this level. Without having a bunch of enemies to have stuff echo off of. Like here, a bunch of enemies. When you hit multiple enemies, they all... It's like quadratic type damage. Bonuses. Like right here, I'm sitting at low health. I could fix this if I had Magus Elevate, but I don't.
We just lost an Excalibur to possession. Get it back. Keep any roaming thrax away from that Excalibur until it discharges. That'll make this cascade blood. We're down an Excalibur, working on backups. Our enemy's folly is your game.
This is gonna be a quick round, I think, too. We've already got 2 that are almost done. I did actually like the new show, the Welcome to Derry. I did watch that. I thought that was pretty... That was surprisingly good television. Which is saying a lot in today's world when it comes to television. I watch a lot of the old stuff when I feel like watching a show, like the Batman animated series and stuff. That's some good content right there. Didn't watch it when I was young, so it's not like some nostalgia stuff.
Excalibur spent. Cascade intensified. Oh yeah. Now the Excalibur's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down. Excalibur suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Spent Excalibur has been retired.
I wonder what happened if I got the secondary firing rate lock thing. Is that even in this Void Cascade one? I forget. Or is that only a murmur? There. Okay, I just went from 2,000 to nothing. I just saw that. I don't. There shouldn't have been anything on me. I didn't see a magnetic.
We're down an
Oh, here, let me self revive.
This cascade is growing out of control. See what you make of this.
I am actively reviving you. I actually only watched the first half of season 5 for Stranger Things, and I don't have Netflix, so it was when my parents were in town, and we watched the first half of it. I was like, I don't want to watch the rest of this. I'm not going to buy Netflix just to watch the other half. It wasn't worth it. Look, gladly I didn't do that. Alright, it's getting a little buggy here.
Cascade is approaching critical levels. Your time is running out.
Leave these ghosts be. Come back for them.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
Oh boy.
Dropped him. We just lost an Excalibur to possession. Get it back. Keep any roaming drops away from
I don't even know what's going on right there. I'm just shooting into it because producing numbers.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Yeah, see, like right here, I could fix this, but kind of at the mercy right now of my companion. So definitely don't run one source of healing.
Working on backups.
Like right there. That was...
Excalizer spent. Contamination spreading.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. That was quick.
Danger close. Fire.
3 ghosts.
Excalizer has been retired. Struggle has its benefits.
Oh, a Glaive Prime. Cool. I'm actually going to take more form of blueprint. I'll take the form of blueprint instead.
Comfortable enough in there.
That's a real one.
Think it's gonna get a bit tasty. In you go. There we are.
So this might just require more slash dashing when you get to this high level if you don't have something like Magus. So to mitigate damage that you're taking and letting your companion get as close as you can. I think that's fine.
Excalizer spent. Off you go. Spent Excalizer has been retired. Gotcha. Enemy in the area. Watch yourself. It's dangerous out. We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups.
Your relic is opened.
We're down an Excalizer. Working on
Oh,
backups.
I'm coming.
Struggle has its benefits.
I'm getting Savitar. 2 big blue armor shards plus Unar to reach 1400. Yeah. Yeah, you do. So you get the 882 from Triple Umbral. You get 200 from Unaru. And then the 450 from the shards. I'm running into the issue, though, of where I didn't put on Magus Elevate, and it's clear that sometimes it's like my companion isn't reliable as the only source of healing. It's literally the only major source of healing I have. And so sometimes I'm just sitting at not full health, and that's not good. There's one instance, though, that I might have gotten from full health, I died, and I didn't get magnetic on me. And I don't think there was a nullifier. But luckily, I'm recording all of that. That was about 20 minutes ago. If I had to speculate, approximate time of that.
Not stretch our legs, shall we? Exalizer spent. Got him. Exalizer has been retired.
Time to cross the map. I grab reactant first.
Collected enough reactants to open the
Yeah, see, I still have the buff. I haven't lost the buff in a long time, so the easiest way to figure out if you've lost it is you notice how it's the 4th buff on my list. So what that tells me is I have not lost persistence once, because otherwise it would be after blessing. Like, since I died, there was one point that I died, and no one came to help me. But that was from lack of healing. That wasn't from persistence. All right, so we can make this upcoming one our last round. So after this one more relic crack. I think that'll be a good time. And I can go to bed. Oh, see, there's magnetic, but I just transfer out. There's definitely one suspicious one so far, which is pretty good in comparison to the last run. There is definitely a host versus client conflict here with the way that this arcane works. I think it's pretty obvious now. I'm coming. I could just headshot these guys, and you notice how I hit them in the millions with this. Like, I don't have to do the ridiculous alt fire. It's really simple when they're low level for me to do that. Otherwise, you see how easily. When they get away like that, I might as well alt fire, though.
We're down an Excalizer, working on backups. Our enemy's folly is your game.
There we go. All right, last relic. After this one, we'll extract. Get your scans in. And make sure to get your scans in here. You can get that capped Samaris rep. What am I rolling? Scroll down randomly, smallest number. Here we go. This is what we're on.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. Excalizer spent.
All right.
Contact. Check 5s and 20s.
All right, I'm capped on Samaris now, fully. There's some mods I could buy from them, but I've been just buying them instead, just to cap the mods. Kind of hoping they add, you know, if I'm being an optimist here, if they add the ability to buy extra blueprints for Umbra, I at least have fully capped out rep before that.
Get the system working full steam.
I'm coming.
We just lost an Excalizer to possession. Get it back.
We're... I don't know why it stopped. This looks like it's getting a little rough. Oh, I'm getting nullified here. See, now I've lost it because of this acolyte.
Approaching critical levels.
me see if I can save this. It's gonna be close.
This cascade is growing out of control. Keep any roaming thrax away from that Excalizer until it discharges. That'll nip this cascade in the bud. We're down an Excalizer, working on backups.
Where is it?
6 Ps. Prior piss pool.
Just lost an Excalizer to possession. Get it back.
Okay.
Cascade receding. Excalizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. Now the Excalizer's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its
There's magnetic.
contamination level down. Excalizer spent. This discovery might interest you.
Alright. Time to extract. Pick up your stuff and then head to extraction.
You just lost an Excalizer to possession. Get it back.
Let's stretch our legs, shall we?
We're not gonna like wait at the very end, all that nonsense. I don't care to do any of that.
Contamination worse.
You're done.
We'll just extract. Oh, you are gonna have to revive. You are 450 meters away from us.
We're down an Excalizer. Working on backups.
Oh,
Excalizer spent.
there you go. Oh,
You did everything you could. I've secured
fun
the
stuff with
Excalizers
extracting.
to keep the cascade at bay for now.
Yeah, I would have tried to get those as soon as possible when that happens.
This is good.
150, 60 lessons ain't bad. Getting kind of ridiculous amount here. Make sure we get our void plume.
If you have specimens, I'm
Yeah, it's the same exact build I was running before,
goodbye then.
which wasn't optimal, except for not having Magus Elevate, which is a problem. That's clearly a problem. I think the 2 out of the 3 times I think I went down were pretty much just because I didn't have Magus Elevate. I was literally watching my health go down. Like, I can't do anything about it. Hopefully Kitty helps me. And Kitty was not there to help. When Kitty wasn't there.
Still not used to this.
Okay. Pull back out to Orbiter. I want to check that recording and see that one instance where I went down from full health that happened at like 60 minutes into it, I think. Pull out of here. And I'm going to head to bed after that. So this is the sort of wrapping up things here. Alright, I'm going to switch views here and we can watch that. Okay. I've muted myself so I don't have to hear myself. Okay, so I died already. I'm looking at my stacks of blessing to see when I lose those. Okay, so it was before this. I want to make sure that one I actually went down first. Or I went down properly. Okay. So watch persistence right there. It's hasn't been recasted for a very long time. Like this hasn't been lost for a very long time. That's a Tunker. Oh, is the slash bypass it? This slash proc is doing more like. Let's look at that. So I went down at 1329. 1329. We 2 seconds. 1327. I'm at 1800 health. So over the next 2 seconds, I take more than 1,000 damage. So right here. Yeah. That was 1.5 seconds. I took over 1,800 damage. And it looks like it tried to heal me too. Like I tried to heal from 400 to 500 and then boom. So yeah, I slash might actually seem like it bypasses it. I'm going to make a note of that. Oh, here. We'll switch my view so you don't get to see all my desktop things. Yeah. Show my kitty mods. Yeah, I'll show my kitty mods. The claws are pretty standard, but I'll show those. Separate setup trash at level cap. This build at 200 strength gets a little tight. But it's not too bad. Like I was still killing stuff. I just had to be very particular about Furious Javelin and keeping those up. This build that I was running doesn't have extra duration, so it feels a little worse. Because you have to proc Raffle Advance, get your Furious Javelin up, and then you have a very tight window where you have both of them versus if you have 55% increased duration. Yeah, and I know Priest brings Caliban to level cap all the time. If that's who you ended up getting your build from, I wouldn't blame you if you did. Oh, I didn't get that in. That's funny. I thought about playing around with this invigoration for Inaros plus 100 ability range would be pretty funny on Inaros. Oh, that's funny. The amp was tickling the Thraxes. Yeah. Well, that's where, like, I wanted to save my Unaru Slam for level cap, but I misclicked. I misclicked scroll down while my operator at one point wanted to go to middle click, and so I casted it. Only a slight issue. It's a skill issue entirely. But I'll probably end up switching to this on the next level cap that I run and see how well this does. This is going to be probably pretty tight as well. I might need to switch to running Vazarin and then Expertise in level cap, but that's what I want to find out. If this doesn't work, like if this is just not tanky enough at level cap, then that'll be the correction for it. So I'm going to fix my operator because I'm probably going to run this for a bit. Yeah, see this? This was why I went down a few times because I didn't have a reliable source of healing. I was supposed to put in Magus Elevate. Because all you have to do is just sit there and transference spam between 5 and quick melee. And it's easy to do. That's still a pretty good run. We actually made a level cap. Taran strikes are effective. Yeah, see, that was a mistake. I run Cloud on Vazarin. I was supposed to switch it to Elevate. I run Cloud on Vazarin, and I run Elevate on everything else. Just because Vazarin has built-in self-healing from Protective Sling. Protective Sling not only makes you immune, but it also heals you for like 5% per second or something. Why don't I use Martyr? Because it doesn't proc. When I tested it, it doesn't proc Hunter Recovery. So Hunter Recovery only works when it's in its normal form, and the loss of Hunter Recovery isn't worth it when you're running Persistence. So that's why I don't run Martyr. That's why I'd rather run Prime Pack Leader and Tech Assault in order to keep this thing alive like a normal Kavat would do. Really, the advantage of this is the quills. The fact that this applies viral and just paints everything to drop orbs and to proc Hunter Recovery. Which will proc even when it's down, which is really cool. Yeah. I don't know how much better this would do. Like, talking influence with radiation. I remember that running in... I'm trying to think if I remember running into that problem before. Like, running a setup like this. This is a lot more strength, though, so... The higher strength gets snapshotted with both Warcry and Exalted Blade. So, well, yeah, I'll end up testing this one. I'll end up testing the Universal Fallout again at level cap. It's been a while since I've done it, where I don't remember concretely what the conclusion was. I think it worked just fine. It wasn't anything notable. But this is what I might suspect I need to do. Do that. Go back to Prime Sured-Footed, and then run Vazarin instead. Which I have. I think I have a build variation set up for that. It's the non-Excalibur Umbra friendly one, because it does rely on you using Vazarin and Prime Sured-Footed. So yeah, anything else? Anything else of note before we sign off here? Any other things you guys noticed during that was interesting? Other than where Slash appears to bypass it even if you're host. I'll pull that up one more time. Because that was very notable. Yep, still have the buff. I'm even taking slash damage, buff still there. And here I'm at 327, so this might be even just like timestamp things. But I did maybe it's close, but that's not 4 seconds from full health. To really simplify it. So if I went down at even 330 on the timer here. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Even there, though, I was at 512. And I didn't go from 512 to 12. I went from 512 to 0. That one looked different. Yeah, like if slash is a problem there. Slash dash would fix that, or my ability to just spam heal with elevate. I noticed this was happening somewhat. I think this one was a little tighter. Like I wasn't most aware of it. But that one is where you could fix that with elevate. And then of course the problem here is that there was like no enemies for me to revive off of. I don't know what happened here. Let me look again. Like what did damage to me there at the very end? Yeah. Okay, back to normal. Yeah, if, thank you all for coming. I'm gonna head to bed. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. We'll find out if I have anything interesting to do. If I have any interesting tests to run, maybe. But I'll be probably pretty busy tomorrow, more than likely. So yeah, thanks for coming.